It's annoying, but it's a bot, and it cannot go on any longer. Hang it up, flat screen. I would have dragged you regardless. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss DaBaby because I have some things that I need to say. First of all, the person who threw the shoe at DaBaby, that was cute, but next time make it a brick. Next time make it a rock, okay? Really throw something at that head. DaBaby, you can go to hell. I have nothing for DaBaby at all. Like, you just nasty. You just a nasty human being, and it's just, it just really shows. Your track record actually for the past like 2 years has really showed what you have been on, but a lot of people have looked the other way because they thought you could possibly be an ally to black women. You know, you came on the scene being that, so they thought people were giving you grace in a way that you should not have gotten grace. You be shooting people, you be hitting people, like you be doing a lot. It's real buffoonery all of the time when it comes your way, and I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you gotta get it together. But I don't even care anymore because I'm done. So first, I want to begin. When I started off this video, I was like, what do I want to say about DaBaby? I want to talk about people going at black women who supported DaBaby from the beginning. We need to cut out that rhetoric. This rhetoric happens all of the time. It's the same rhetoric that y'all have when a black woman gets duped by her husband or boyfriend, and like he cheats on them or he abuses them. It's like, you should have known. Look at you. You over here was talking about my man. Now look at him. He did this to you. He did that to you. And it's like, why are you blaming her for the shit that someone did to her? She can't control that she was duped. Y'all always do this to black women. Y'all blame them for their own hope. Their hope that people are good. Their hope like that people want to support them and people have their best interest at heart. You blame them for wanting to just believe in someone, wanting to see someone succeed. That's all black women wanted for DaBaby. They wanted DaBaby to succeed. They wanted DaBaby to have their best interest at heart. They wanted DaBaby to care about black women. They wanted DaBaby to care about queer people. They wanted DaBaby to care about fat women. They wanted DaBaby to do all of these things. It seemed like he was showing that he wanted to do. That's all they wanted from DaBaby. And when DaBaby came onto the scene, DaBaby gave black women that. DaBaby gave black women hope that, hey, some cis-het men, some cis-het black men are hopeful. That they give hope that, you know what, we can be better. We can all grow together. And so why we're blaming black women for having hope, how foolish of black women to want to have some allyship in a cis-het black man. How foolish, because look at where we are. Look at where we are. So to blame women for being duped, I hate that so much. Y'all do that all of the time. Women just be out here living their life, putting their trust in people, and then people who are just devilish just do hateful things, and then y'all blame the women for being in those positions. Like, that's what you get for even being in that position. And it just creates this place where black women can never let their guard down, and black women always have to move through life with this lack of trust for people, because the minute we get done up, it's always our own fault. The egg is always on our face. Why would you rather have a conversation about black women being duped by DaBaby instead of talking about the ways in which DaBaby is inflicting violence onto other communities? Like, why? What makes you always go to let's attack black women? Let's really talk about that. Y'all are really weird in that way, and I really want y'all to discuss that. Why, when you see black women who have gotten abused, black women who have gotten cheated on, black women who go through all types of things, your first thing is to blame them for being in the right place at the wrong time. That's always y'all favorite thing to do, and it just shows. I say this, y'all hate black women. Y'all hate black women. This is your time to go nanny boo boo. Y'all thought he was on y'all side, but really he ain't shit, just like the rest of us. That's what you'll do, and it's really weird. It's really, really weird. But let's get into DaBaby. DaBaby has done what a lot of men do when women are no longer in their good grace. So, like I said, DaBaby's behavior has been absolutely trifling for at least a year and a half. Like, it has been absolutely trifling for at least a year and a half. And black women have been very cool on DaBaby. Like, for black women were the loudest in supporting DaBaby when DaBaby stepped onto the scene. But it's just been very quiet for DaBaby. People have been telling Meg Thee Stallion they don't want to have songs with DaBaby no more. People have been telling people don't be playing DaBaby music. Don't nobody want to hear that shit no more. Like, people have just been really cool on DaBaby because of DaBaby's behavior. There are plenty of artists that I see black women supporting loudly right now who probably could switch up their flow, could probably do new music, but we're still going for them because it's like, we support you, you know? So it has nothing to do with the music, really. The music does suck, DaBaby, but it's more than that. We've seen your behavior. And to be honest, black women could have been nastier to DaBaby. I said before early in this video, we kind of turned our head a little bit, and we really could have been shaming you. We could have been shaming you in the streets, DaBaby, for what you've really been up to the past year and a half with the foolishness. But instead, we just severed ties with DaBaby. We just severed ties, you over there, us over here. Well, this is a thing that a lot of people do. B. Simone did the same thing. This is this thing when you fall out of the good graces of like the general public, they always go this route. They always go the let me lean into misogyny route. I don't know what it is, but when people fall out of the good graces of like the general public or of black women or with women, the first thing they do, instead of trying to make amends or trying to be better, the first thing they do is lean into misogyny. Let me get the misogynistic men to like me, because misogynistic men on the internet is low-hanging fruit. It is the easiest fruit to appeal, because the only thing that gets them to like you is being hateful, and that is low-hanging fruit. When all you have to do is be hateful for people to like you, you'll get them every single time. You'll get it. If all y'all do is bond over the hatred of black women, you'll get them every single time. And that is what DaBaby has figured out. DaBaby has leaned into his misogynistic bag because he knows that, oh, I need fans. I need somebody to buy this music. I need somebody to be on the side. The black women aren't on my side. So how about I lean into misogyny and hope that gives me some people who like me? And it works every single time, because what did I say? The misogynistic cishet men of the internet, they are low-hanging fruit. It is so easy to appeal to them. Look at Kevin Samuels, look at Charlemagne, look at Joe Budden, look at the people who they look up to, who they aspire to. It's it's low-hanging fruit. It is so easy to grab the attention of that group of people on the internet, because all they do is bond in hatefulness. All they do is bond in hatred of black women. That's all they do. That's what they bond in. They bond in foolishness. And so when you lose a big part of your fan base, which was black women for DaBaby, he needed somewhere else to go, and he found a home in misogynistic men, because they always, as long as you're willing to be hateful towards women, they will always have their arms open for you, even if they don't like your music. And that brings me to the fact that black men were hard on DaBaby's music. They were hard on DaBaby's music. When we were over there going up for DaBaby, who you think we was arguing with? We was arguing with cishet men who said DaBaby wasn't shit, DaBaby was short, DaBaby was this, DaBaby, like, all y'all was the main ones who didn't like DaBaby back then. But you see how they're on your side now. When you're doing stuff with Tory Lanez, they're on your side. When you're being homophobic, they're on your side. When you're being all of these things, they on your side, because that's what y'all bonding. Y'all bond in hatefulness. Y'all bond. They don't even like you. DaBaby, the people you are trying to find community in don't even like you. But y'all can bond in pure foolishness, and that is what they do. That is what, when you fall out of the good graces of the people who you once had an audience with, you immediately go the misogynistic route, because it's lucrative. It is so lucrative, because they will support you because they hate women that bad. They will support you because they hate women that bad. That brings me to DaBaby and Tory Lanez. Someone has to make this make sense to me, and I would just have to get into the mind of a DaBaby to know what this is about. What does DaBaby gain by being with Tory Lanez? Like, what does DaBaby gain by being with Tory Lanez? I have been thinking about this for literally a month. What exactly does DaBaby get from being aligned with Tory Lanez? Tory Lanez don't have have nothing. Tory Lanez don't have nothing. Tory Lanez's most successful thing is that quarantine radio bullshit he was doing on IG like a year ago. Like, that's the most he ever got out of like the game. So what exactly does DaBaby get from aligning himself with Tory Lanez? How are you on a song with Dua Lipa that has been in the top 10 of Billboard forever, but you're also aligned with Tory Lanez? Like, do you understand why it's really hard on me right now? Like, what are you getting by being aligned with Tory Lanez? Tory Lanez don't have nothing that DaBaby could get from Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is not a huge name. We all hate Tory Lanez for what he did to Meg. So I'm confused on what exactly DaBaby is doing this for. And that's why I have to agree with the peanut gallery when they say it has to come from pure jealousy that Meg Thee Stallion is that girl. I have said this before. I think I said this in one of my Grammy videos or something. The more dirt y'all throw on Meg Thee Stallion's name, the more she grows. The more she grows. And this is really unseen in the social media era. Usually in the social media era, there's a hot girl. The hot girl moves on. We find a reason to cancel the hot girl, and then we get a new hot girl. Meg Thee Stallion has been on for 2.5 years. Meg Thee Stallion has been on for 2.5. Like, Meg Thee Stallion has been on for a very long time, and she just keeps going up. The Grammys was really the climax. Like, that proved, like, oh, Meg is here to stay. Meg is here to stay. So that's why I have to agree when people say DaBaby, it comes from pure jealousy of Meg Thee Stallion, because I think they're all jealous. I am going to tell it to you now. The reason why I think people didn't come out in droves and protect Meg Thee Stallion, the reason why it ain't that hard to hear somebody talking out the lip about Meg Thee Stallion, the reason why I believe Tory Lanez fully believes he can get a career that he never really had back is because people behind the scenes don't like Meg Thee Stallion. I think there is a bunch of artists who don't like Meg Thee Stallion because her success cannot be quantified. Word to Beyonce. You can't quantify the success that Meg Thee Stallion has seen. Like, artists don't work the same way that they did back in the day. Like, you have to remain hot to be hot. That's how the social media era works. That's how the streaming era works. You have to be hot at all times. And the fact that Meg Thee Stallion has stayed this hot for so long and has not let up. And then on top of that, because some people can stay hot, but to still have a humongous fan base behind you, and we know black women loyal. So to have an army of black women behind you, and it's not, we don't budge when it comes to Meg. We didn't need to hear both sides. We stand tall for Meg. That's 100% the reason why people go against Meg Thee Stallion. It's the reason why cishet men come for Meg Thee Stallion for no damn reason. They have no reason to come for Meg Thee Stallion, but Meg Thee Stallion is almost a figurehead for all black women. She's a figurehead for all black women. So when they come at Meg Thee Stallion, they're coming at all black women. They're like, we hate black women, and Meg Thee Stallion is the face of black women right now. And so that's who we're going at right now. That is 100% why people go at Meg Thee Stallion. The people who go at Meg Thee Stallion are the same people who are anti-black as hell, who participate in misogyny war like it's a goddamn hobby. Like, that is the people who do that because they enjoy coming at black women, and Meg Thee Stallion is the poster child for black women right now. Because what black women you don't know who don't like Big Ol' Freak? I'm sorry, can't make the music now, Bob. Like, the music hit and we love it, and we love her. And so that's what it is. So when DaBaby does this stuff with Tory Lanez, it's 100% because Meg is up and he down. Meg is up and he's down. And so it's so sick. It's so sick in DaBaby's head for him to know what Meg Thee Stallion went through with Tory Lanez, and for Meg Thee Stallion to say she called DaBaby, and DaBaby still did a song with Tory Lanez. Still did. That's hatred. That's hatred, and that's nasty. And that goes back to being duped by people. Meg Thee Stallion thought she had a friend in DaBaby. And what did DaBaby run and go do? He ran and aligned himself with abuser and gained nothing and gain absolutely nothing from it. DaBaby being aligned with Tory Lanez does nothing for DaBaby. It does nothing for DaBaby. This was a stunt. This was a stunt that DaBaby wanted to pull to prove it's fuck Meg Thee Stallion. It's fuck Meg Thee Stallion. I'ma be on my hyper misogynistic shit, and there's nothing y'all can do. This was a fuck you to everyone. That's what this was, and that's why he brought Tory Lanez out on stage, because he wanted to give an F you. I don't care what black women think. I don't care what Meg think. I don't care. I don't care, and it's nasty. It's nasty. Anyways, let's get into what makes this even nastier. Somehow, Tory Lanez is on a stage, his bald-headed ass is on a stage, and all of a sudden, DaBaby does something even nastier. So, I guess DaBaby saw people, you know, knocking boots in the goddamn Rolling Loud parking lot, and it's like, first and foremost, I promise you, if DaBaby saw a straight couple, saw a heterosexual couple, knocking boots in the car, he wouldn't have thought nothing of it. He would have recorded it and put it on his Instagram live and be like, we live out here, we lit out here, da, 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 da. He would have. But I guess because DaBaby saw a gay couple, you know, getting loose, which I have been to a festival. I have been to concerts. I went to a huge southern school for undergraduate. Like, people, you know, doing all that in the parking lot it's not taboo. I am so sorry. And I know DaBaby has seen things. He know it's not taboo. So for DaBaby to act like, oh my gosh, like they all here, you know, licking lollipops in the parking lot, have some class. It's like, that's real rich. And people have made this point, and I'm gonna bring it home for you. I'm gonna bring it home. Y'all are 50,000 niggas deep in the middle of a freaking pandemic, and you worry about somebody licking lollipops in the parking lot? Like, who are you to judge? If you went to Rolling Loud last weekend, all of you have come in here and say, you know what? We're just not gonna be good people. We're just not gonna be good people. We're not gonna be safe people. We're not gonna be any of that. We're just here to have fun. Y'all all made an agreement when y'all walked into that field that, you know what? We are just going to have fun. You only live once, and you know, we might die from COVID being out here, but we're going to live. That is an agreement all of y'all made when y'all decided to go to a festival in the middle of COVID, and y'all not vaccinated. That's what's on another video for another day, about how y'all not vaccinated be the main ones wanting to be outside. The main ones wanting to be outside is the people who ain't get their 2 shots. Anyways, so DaBaby goes on stage and he goes, for all my people who not sucking dick in the parking lot, and all my people who got, first of all, another thing that makes this so rich, DaBaby's entire catalog is about what he do to women, what he want women to do to him. Where did we grow class? Where did we grow class? I hate when the girls get classy all of a sudden. Like, I thought, like, please, like, when did DaBaby get like a certificate to give us class lessons? Like, really? Yo music? Like, please, like, come on. But anyways, the rant gets worse. So he starts off straight up homophobic. But this is the nastier part. And this is the part where DaBaby, I don't care what your excuse is, he intentionally, after his whole licking lollipops in the parking lot, goes into like an HIV AIDS like announcements, like everybody who don't got HIV and AIDS. Once again, if he saw 2 heterosexual people in the parking lot doing what they was doing, that would have never come up. I don't care what anyone said. He would have never said that. He would have never said that. Y'all do this same thing with Lil Nas X. Why do y'all like to put this idea of sexual health onto queer folks? It's really beyond me. It's really beyond me. Why are we putting this idea that queer people aren't responsible sex partners, or queer people are out here just spreading all types of STIs? And it's like, but it gets worse because why are we stigmatizing these things? Why are we, cause it's like we back in the day, like it is 2021 and you're still calling people who have HIV, AIDS and STIs, like, You're still calling them nasty and like, where are we? Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? You know it's a cold day in hell when him being on stage with Tory Lanez is not even the headliner of this video. Him getting his little ass on stage and talking about STI and AIDS as if he has the room, and then to be later on, no, you should have thrown a book at him. You should have thrown a book instead of a goddamn Adidas shoe. You should have thrown a book because he's dumb. Because he's dumb. First of all, let's be very clear. DaBaby does not care about HIV and AIDS in any community. He does not care. He cares about being homophobic. That's what he cares about. He cares about perpetuating negative stereotypes about queer people. He cares about perpetuating the idea that people with HIV and AIDS are dirty and nasty. That's what he cares about. He does not care about anything that has to do with the sexual health of anybody. He cares about being hateful. He cares about being hateful. And that's the part that don't sit right with me. I am so sorry. That is all you care about. Y'all guys say, y'all do this same thing with Lil Nas X. When y'all tell Lil Nas X to, instead of perform and kiss dudes on stage, he needs to be teaching about HIV and stuff. And it's like, what? What? Once again, you don't care about anyone teaching about HIV and AIDS. You just care about Lil Nas X and being homophobic. That's what you care about. That is all you care about. Some of y'all, that's all y'all see when y'all see queer people, and you, what? Like, it's just nasty. It's just really nasty. And like I said, you're performing at a COVID-infested festival. DaBaby ain't took a break from being all over the goddamn place this whole pandemic, but he calling somebody else nasty. It's dangerous. The rhetoric is dangerous. The rhetoric is dangerous. And to really be spreading that rhetoric in 2021 about the people who live with HIV and AIDS, and it's just like, we so beyond that. And once again, DaBaby don't care about HIV and AIDS and the people who live with HIV and AIDS because he doesn't care. If he cared about those things, he would know that this wasn't the right language. This was very thinly veiled homophobia. It wasn't even veiled. Like, it was just a whole big buffet of homophobia. He would know that. He would know that if he actually cared to have the conversation, but that's not what he cared about. He saw some people, shucking corn in the middle of the parking lot, and so he was like, you know what? I'm going to come on stage and I'm going to just give out this nice big homophobic rant. And that's why Dua had to say, I don't know you. Dua had to say, I don't know that man. Dua Lipa said, DaBaby who? DaBaby who? DaBaby what? I just, paid him a couple dollars and put him on the Levitating remix so it could go #1. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Now I gotta root against my sis. I gotta root against my sis Dua, because now I can't let you get a #1. I gotta root against my sis because you don't know how to act. Because you want it to be nasty. You want it to be nasty for no damn reason. DaBaby, get the fuck out of here. Go to hell. Go. Like, I have nothing for DaBaby. And then T.I. and company. You see how the abusers assemble like the goddamn Avengers? T.I. comes out of nowhere. Like, don't you got better things? Go call your lawyer, T.I. You in the shade room comments like a regular civilian. Like, don't you got bigger fish? Don't you got bigger fish to fry? Like, T.I. please. T.I. please. Such a loser. Like I said, do you see how the low-hanging fruit that is the misogynist band together in just one goal? In one goal. That's the nastiest thing you ever see. Have you ever just seen a bunch of hateful bitches who just join together in one common goal, and it's to be hateful? That's it. They don't care about each other. They'll sell each other out at the first thing smoking, but they band together and just being hateful about this one thing. Like, T.I. don't give a fuck about DaBaby. All T.I. care about is it's another misogynistic dude he needs to align himself with, because they both in the same boat to hell. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I don't even got nothing else to say. In the stigma. I can't believe I'm saying that in 2021. In the stigma. There is nothing wrong with people who are living with HIV and AIDS. Like, stop. Read. End the stigma on STIs. End it. Stop. And also in the idea that this is just a problem that queer people deal with. People who have same-sex partners deal with. Like, please. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.